¿Qué pasa, Champurcio? ¿Cómo estamos? Pues nada, me ha dado un poco de coraje porque no hay manera de ganar. El puto viejo juega demasiado bien. No sé si encontraremos algunas cartas o si no me entretendré luego el rato en ganar cartas a más gente. Os voy a enseñar de todas formas el vídeo ganando las cartas, pero me cago en la hostia si es bueno el puto viejo de los cojones. Me parece que no hace otra cosa en la vida. Tiene una carta de monstruo que es una puta locura. Así que nada, pues tendremos que buscar más cartas en todos los sitios que vayamos. Aquí también iremos y seguramente por ahí tiene que haber algún tipo de carta que destroce al puto viejo, ¿eh? Así que vamos a continuar con... Vamos a continuar con otras misiones. Esta es misión secundaria. Y bueno, pues... Si no, nos vamos a ir. No sé si podré recogerle, luego lo haremos. Nos queda la escuela de gato que todavía no hay manera tampoco. Así que bueno, vamos a ver los asuntos familiares. Nos vamos a ir otra vez. Yo no sé por qué no se lo he contado. Me cago en la hostia. Bueno, pues pensaba hacer esa misión antes, así que nada. Vamos a contarle eso a este hombre. A ver si no me pasa igual que la otra vez. Ya veréis lo que me pasó la otra vez. Pues nada, vamos a seguir, reanudar. A mí me da un coraje el juego de cartas de aquí. Yo lo veo muy feo, muy aburrido, muy... No sé, no me gusta nada este juego. Pero por hacer la misión, pues por eso lo quería hacer. Pero realmente no me gusta para nada el planteamiento del juego, porque no es nada equitativo ni no sé, o es que más adelante compraré más cartas más normales, pero es que es una burrada como me destrozaba el viejo, era una puta burrada, y eso que he comprado todas las cartas posibles por todos los sitios y me he puesto las mejores, vaya. Es increíble lo que hace con los monstruos que se suman y se te ponen 100 el hijo de la gran puta. Juega demasiado bien. Así que, pues... nada, ajo y agua, a joderse y aguantarse. Vamos a continuar con las misiones que me importa realmente, porque las de las cartas son las que más odio en este juego. Os lo digo desde ya. Y si la hago y la consigo hacer es por ustedes, no por mí, porque yo paso esas putas cartas de mierda. Y en fin, vamos a ver qué nos dice. Ya sé dónde está tu puta mujer.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
Está
She's
jodida
in
la cosa.
Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Totalmente cierto.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch.
Una vida jodida.
With it when I did get home.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan,
Lo de
a
siempre.
childhood friend,
Mejor estar solo
a dog's
que mal acompañado.
bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me. Something dark.
Se come mierda.
I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. And as you know now, not
Totalmente
everything was as
cierto.
it might have seemed.
You're right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not. but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute.
Me parece que la he liado, pero bueno.
Right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth. The trees!
Hostia, puta.
Yeah!
No. Coño, está dura.
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
¿Y para dónde es? Me cago en la hostia. Te has quedado pillado, ¿eh?
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
You helped me as well. When your man brought me here. You fed me, cared for me, had my wounds looked after. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then who knows where.
Pues nada, ya nos ha dicho una pizza.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Pues nada, vamos ahí.
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Al final no me ha hablado con la chica.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, ¿qué pasó?
There you are. Stay together. Sorry, we was never.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange, but he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damn foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
Funny story? How so?
Went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
Pues nada, vamos para el sitio, ¿no? Pues, ¿qué nos queda? Nos dijeron... que nos reuniéramos, ¿no? Lo que no hemos hecho ha sido ir a por la hija. Pues nada, nos vamos a reunir, vamos a ir abajo del todo, veis que está más lejos que nada. Así que el primer poste y directo al lío. Y el jorobado, por lo visto, nos puede servir para algo. Ahora lo veremos. Uy. Mierda. Shit. Joder, macho, estaba mirando otra cosa. Ay, Dios mío. Madre mía, estaba yo aquí escribiendo y he caído sin mirar. Has visto, presta atención al nivel de toxicidad. Si sube demasiado empezarás a perder vitalidad. Bueno. Pues regresamos para bingo, a ver si no me caigo otra vez. Qué inutilidad.
No Witcher.
Bueno, como me caiga otra vez ya es para matarme, ¿eh? Para matarme de verdad. Bueno. No sé cómo me he caído, estaba mirando y escribiendo y nada, pues nos hemos ido a tomar por el culo, vaya. Me partió la espalda de una manera estúpida, muy bastante estúpida, ¿no? Vamos a ver qué nos dicen aquí. El madrigal este. Si un objeto brilla, quizá merezca cogerlo, pues decía, ¿no?
Why the devil are there witch hunters here to start with? They didn't ride from Novigrad to hang two blob tits, did they?
I don't know, my lord.
They say where they were headed?
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. Can't draw any meaning from this rabble's bawling. Perhaps they talk some sense after a few lashes. Well, spit it out. Where'd they go?
To the village in the swamp, my lord. Lass rode with him, asking after her mother, Constant.
Lass? We must go there at once, Geralt.
Nada, yo paso
Agreed.
del tirón.
Gather my men. All in. With the swamp to cross and those cursed crows to hunt down.
Come on.
Plowing swamp.
Este es de los pocos que van al frente. Si os fijáis, va el primero. Y detrás sus hombres, con 2 cojones.
The crones exist. You'll know that soon enough.
Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat at peasant mines. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them, care for them out of the kindness of her heart. Good as gold, that woman. Always.
Oh, por la cara hay aquí cosa todavía. Puta. Soy unos matados,
Aye, haven't seen that many all at once in a while. We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deeper in?
That fair talking? Through you? Brawny bird?
Who, me? Here? Not on your life. All right, boys, let's move on. At pace, show these horrors who's in charge. Fucking shit!
All together!
Water haze. Where's a horror like that come from?
The wenches have too much hooch turns into that. So next time you think to give a woman booze, don't. Better have to put it down yourself.
I don't know.
Introductions later.
Mira el cagón y le ataca. El puto cagón ni le ataca.
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
We could use your kind if you'd find the heart to serve the eternal fire. I'm Tamara.
Heard quite a lot about you.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her.
Your father, he wants to find his wife, your mother. Really?
He pay you much to be his yes man?
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father, and I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you we've a matter to resolve here. You're a witcher. Will you help?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
Over here!
Oi! Get back, stinky head. Gingerbread loaf, freshly baked and hot.
Mother.
Clean as a whistle, fresh as a daisy. Go on, whip me. I made it too little. I nibbled it, but just to see if it's firm. But it's fresh, so take pity.
Oh, Mother.
Take pity. But I pleaded. I begged.
Mother. It's me. Do you recognize me? What's happened to her?
I said I'd do it all. Give it here. I'll scrub it again. Scrub it clean.
Mother!
Something's coming. Get ready.
What was that?
Wolves? Perhaps.
Didn't sound like wolves.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
They come.
Kill you!
Joder, si soy unos inútiles, coño, quitarse ya del medio, me cago en vuestra puta madre. Son 4 mierdas. Qué inútiles, de verdad, quítate ya de la puta vez, te voy a arrancar la cabeza, hijo de puta. ¡Buah!
What was that?
Looked a fiend to me.
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close. Sent the beast for Anna.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her. Are they not satisfied? Enough! I'm taking her away.
She's my wife. She'll return home with me. You're welcome to come with us if you wish.
Don't touch her. We leave this cursed place now.
She's sick, weakened. Where would you take her in this state? Oxenfurt? It would mean her death.
I know how to care for my mother.
She's not a rag doll to be ripped from hand to hand. Let her decide.
pie. Pie for dinner. Mud pie.
She's incapable of deciding anything just now.
A dark spell, it must be. Help her, Witcher. I beg you.
Before we do anything, we've got to get her out of here. Crones know we've come for her. Might send another monster, something worse than a fiend.
I'll not go anywhere until you tell me you can help her. Break the spell.
This is no dark spell, I'm afraid.
Well, what is it then?
She's been through a lot. Lost a child, was carried off by a fiend, lived in the Crone's village taking care of children who are now gone. It's left its mark, as it would on anyone.
So it's hopeless. You can't help her. She's to be like this.
I'm sorry.
I know a hermit. A very wise man with a gift for healing. Met him some time past. Lives in the Blue Mountains. I shall take her there.
Might be worth a shot.
I shall go with you.
That's impossible, sadly.
Why?
You have duties. Duties deriving from your commitment to the Church of the Eternal Fire. Once we finish our work in Velen, we return to Oxenfurt.
You said you'd save my mother.
And I kept my word. Your father can care for her now.
He care? You know him. You know what he did to her.
He swears to be a changed man. And in his eyes I see true sorrow. Remorse for his sins. He will care for her. And you've a new life and new duties. To the Eternal Fire.
Fear not. All will be well. I will not touch drink. I will find the hermit. And once she is herself again, we will find you.
Swear it.
You have my word, child.
Esto no es lo que pasó la otra vez.
Witchers were made.
Hemos conseguido que no ocurriera eso lo de la otra vez.
Doesn't matter who posted the notice. The coin has to be right. That's all. Witchers don't debate. Their conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect witchers to save them from themselves.
Interesante Es muy interesante, la verdad.
Thank you, Witcher. Despite all.
May the Eternal Fire guide and protect you.
Farewell.
You were right.
Give me a moment. I must gather my thoughts myself. Yes? Yes?
Men, we've had
Pues
a
nada,
hard day.
la otra vez ocurrió todo lo contrario. Se suicidó el tío, porque... Y tuvimos que matar a un bicharraco. En fin, ocurrió todo lo contrario. Supongo que al cambiar las decisiones, tal como ha aparentado ahí, pues ocurre de otra manera, ¿no? No vaya que al cabrón ese ya me lo pillaré. Yo odio los del fuego ese. Tiene que haber alguna manera de matarlos. No he llegado a esa conclusión. Bien, tenemos el excremento de moribestia.
Give me a moment. I must gather my thoughts.
Bueno, parece que... A ver qué misiones tenemos. Bueno, voy a mirar ahora las misiones. Aquí ya hemos acabado lo que es este vídeo, este capítulo. Se acabó lo que se daba el carbón. Y volvemos de nuevo, pero ya con otra historia. Así que espero que os esté gustando todo lo que está ocurriendo aquí, de la manera que está sucediendo. Y si os gusta el vídeo, suscribiros, dar like, comentario, compartir el vídeo con vuestros amigos y vuestras amigas. Abajo veos vuestros comentarios, que son importantísimos, tanto como ustedes. Y si queréis apoyarme con una pequeña o gran donación, abajo link de PayPal y de criptomonedas. Muchísimas gracias por todos sus apoyos y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Hasta la próxima.